Declassified. I'm Nathaniel Shepard, your host on behalf of author Daniel P. Douglas. In this series, we reveal real Cold War secrets and excavate the classified details your government hoped you'd never discover. And here we go. Microdot technology, a Cold War espionage communication technique. In the shadowy world of Cold War spying, where the slightest mistake could mean capture or death, intelligence agencies deployed sophisticated methods to transmit secret information across hostile borders. Among these ingenious techniques, Microdot technology stands as perhaps the most elegant solution to the spy's eternal problem: how to hide information in plain sight. Origins and historical development. While microdots reached their zenith during the Cold War, their origins date back to the interwar period. German Professor Emmanuel Goldberg of Dresden Technical University pioneered the technology during the 1920s. Goldberg, a brilliant inventor who also made significant contributions to microfilm technology, created the first miniature dot photographs as part of his work on information storage and retrieval systems. The German intelligence services further refined this technology during World War II. The Abwehr, German military intelligence, found microdots useful for communicating with spies operating in allied nations. Following the war, both the United States and Soviet Union recognized the value of this technology and incorporated it into their espionage arsenals. Technical aspects. The art of miniaturization. The technical achievement behind microdots is remarkable, especially considering they were developed in the pre-digital era. Creating a functional microdot required precision, specialized equipment, and considerable expertise. The process typically involved photographing documents using high-contrast film, using specialized reduction lenses to shrink the image dramatically, transferring the reduced image onto a tiny piece of film, often measuring less than 1 millimeter in diameter, and developing the microdot using chemical processes that preserved image clarity despite the extreme reduction. The result was a tiny photographic dot that could contain an entire page of text or detailed technical diagrams, yet remain near invisible to the naked eye. These dots were so small they could literally replace the period at the end of a sentence in a typewritten letter, with the recipient none the wiser without specialized magnification equipment. Intelligence agencies developed custom microdot cameras and readers. The cameras utilized precision optics that could reduce a document to 1/200th or even 1/400th of its original size while maintaining legibility. Readers range from simple microscopes to elaborate devices that could project the microdot onto a screen for easier viewing. Concealment methods, hiding in plain sight. The genius of microdots lay not just in their size, but in the creative methods used to conceal them. Intelligence agencies developed a remarkable array of hiding places for these tiny information carriers. Under postage stamps on ordinary mail, embedded within the periods of typewritten documents, inside hollow coins, buttons, or jewelry, between layers of playing cards or photographs, behind fingernails or tucked into dental work, within the binding glue of books or magazines, incorporated into the fabric of clothing. The versatility of concealment methods made microdots very difficult to detect. Border guards or counterintelligence officers would need to examine virtually every millimeter of every item a suspected spy carried, an impossible task in practice. Cold War refinements, the espionage arms race. During the Cold War, microdot technology grew into an intense technological competition between East and West. Both the CIA and KGB established dedicated laboratories to enhance microdot technology, resulting in even smaller dots with greater information density and improved concealment methods. By the 1960s, American and Soviet intelligence services had developed microdots smaller than the period at the end of this sentence, some measuring just 0.5 millimeters in diameter. These dots could contain multiple pages of text or complex technical diagrams, yet remain invisible without specialized detection equipment. The KGB's Line T, scientific and technological intelligence, became particularly adept at microdot production, developing proprietary chemical processes that improved dot durability and clarity. Meanwhile, the CIA's Technical Services Division created microdots that could be embedded within the paper fibers of documents, making them virtually undetectable even to trained counterintelligence officers. Notable operations. Microdots in action. The effectiveness of microdot technology is best illustrated through the actual intelligence operations that employed them. The hollow nickel case. In 1953, a newspaper delivery boy in Brooklyn received a suspiciously lightweight nickel as a tip. When the coin accidentally dropped and split open, it revealed a tiny hidden compartment containing a miniature photograph, a microdot. The FBI investigation led to the identification of Soviet spy Reino Heihanen and subsequently to the capture of Colonel Rudolf Abel, one of the KGB's most effective illegal residents in the United States. The microdot contained encrypted instructions from Moscow Center, signed "Greetings from the Comrades." The Rudolf Abel Network. When the FBI raided Rudolf Abel's Brooklyn apartment in 1957, they discovered an elaborate microdot production facility. Abel, whose real name was William Fisher, had been using sophisticated equipment to create and read microdots containing instructions from Moscow and to transmit intelligence back to the Soviet Union. His microdots were often concealed in hollow coins, under postage stamps, or disguised as periods in printed materials. Some contained complete operations manuals for other Soviet agents operating throughout the United States. The Rosenberg atomic spy ring. Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, American citizens who were executed for espionage in 1953, reportedly used microdot technology to transmit classified information about the Manhattan Project to Soviet handlers. According to intelligence records, the network used microdots hidden in everyday items like hollow coins, watches, and within the binding of books to pass crucial nuclear secrets that accelerated the Soviet atomic weapons program. The Berlin Tunnel Operation. During the Cold War, the Berlin Tunnel Operation, codenamed Operation Gold by the Americans and Operation Stopwatch by the British, involved an elaborate intelligence-gathering tunnel built under the Berlin Wall to tap Soviet communication lines. Communications about this highly sensitive operation sometimes used microdot technology to transmit intelligence between agents and handlers, maintaining operational security during the planning phases. German agents in South America. During World War II, German intelligence operated an extensive network in South America that used microdots hidden in innocuous letters to communicate intelligence about Allied shipping movements. These dots, concealed in personal correspondence, contained detailed information that allowed German U-boats to more effectively target Allied vessels in the Atlantic. This operation impacted Allied shipping until counterintelligence efforts identified the communication method. Legacy and modern applications. While the digital revolution has largely superseded traditional microdot technology for covert communications, the principles behind their use, miniaturization and concealment, continue to influence modern intelligence tradecraft. Today's intelligence services have developed digital equivalents that embed encrypted information within ordinary computer files or online images through steganography. Some security experts believe variants of physical microdot technology are still used by intelligence agencies today, particularly in environments where digital communication is monitored or unavailable. Modern microdots can be created with advanced materials that make them virtually undetectable without specific chemical treatments or specialized scanning equipment. The legacy of microdot technology extends beyond espionage. Similar miniaturization techniques have found applications in consumer products like micro SD cards, medical devices, and anti-counterfeiting measures. Some luxury goods manufacturers now use microscopic identifiers, in effect, commercial microdots, to authenticate their products and combat forgery. The verdict. Microdot technology represents one of the most elegant solutions in the history of espionage, a perfect marriage of scientific ingenuity and operational necessity that defined Cold War intelligence gathering. The evolution from Professor Goldberg's 1920s experiments to the sophisticated CIA and KGB operations of the 1960s demonstrates how technological innovation continuously shaped the invisible war between superpowers. The remarkable precision required to create these microscopic information carriers, reducing entire documents to dots smaller than a period while maintaining perfect legibility, showcases the extraordinary technical capabilities intelligence agencies developed during this era. More than mere gadgetry, microdots embodied the Cold War's fundamental challenge: how to transmit vital secrets across hostile territory while remaining completely undetected. From the accidental discovery of the hollow nickel that unraveled Rudolf Abel's network to the atomic secrets that may have accelerated the Soviet nuclear program, microdot technology proved instrumental in some of the period's most significant intelligence operations. These tiny dots carried information that influenced military strategy, diplomatic relations, and the delicate balance of power that characterized the Cold War. While digital encryption and satellite communications have largely superseded physical microdots, their legacy endures in modern steganographic techniques and miniaturization technologies. The microdot story reveals how the intersection of scientific innovation and espionage necessity continues to shape intelligence tradecraft, reminding us that in the shadow world of espionage, the most powerful weapons are often the ones that remain completely invisible. And there it is, another documented descent into the declassified, filed properly, stamped accordingly, and revealed at last. I'm Nathaniel Shepard, your host on behalf of author Daniel P. Douglas. Thank you for listening.